Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and I am really psyched right now because I'm about to have a chick on that I have wanted to interview for a really long time. It just never really happened, paths haven't crossed, but we're here today and I'm psyched. It is Bonnie from Stand Atlantic. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I really meant the intro. I'm super psyched to have you on finally. This is going to be awesome.
Thank you. That's so sweet. I'm psyched to be here.
No, of course. So before we started rolling the camera a little bit here, started recording, we are talking about just the craziness we're kind of living in and how we're losing our minds. So what are some of the things you've been doing to keep your boredom at bay?
I feel like FaceTiming friends has really helped. Obviously, I'm so lucky that I have my guitar with me, so I'm just writing, doing things like that. And I've been watching a lot of reality TV, which I know rots your brain, but for some reason it's the only thing I can stay focused on for a long period of
I
time.
I feel like it's because it makes you feel like you're not the craziest person in the world. It's like you're
Yeah.
watching absolute maniacs on TV. Like I've been binge watching 90 Day Fiance like nonstop. So
Yeah,
it's like
same.
everyone's crazy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm kind of sane, aren't I?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the shows like Love Island and stuff, it's literally just looking at people in their most primal form, and
Yeah.
you're just like, this is so good. I don't know why. Don't know why.
And you had mentioned how you're really thankful about your guitar, and I feel
Mm.
like a lot of fans are thankful too because you'll literally start playing something and then you'll go into like a random voice. You'll just swear out of nowhere. So I just love how spontaneous they are. So it's like, do you think when it comes to your videos and your Instagrams, like you're ever gonna actually play a song proper and full, or is there always gonna be that little Bonnie twist on everything?
I probably will never do a full thing, just putting it out there. People always comment being like, do a full cover. I'm like, nah, you're just not gonna watch it, so I'm not gonna do a full one. But I just like the short and sweet kind of thing, and I don't know, every now and again I just try and make it a joke because sometimes I just feel too serious. So I'm like,
Right.
I need to throw in something that's stupid. So that's what happens.
Well, a couple days ago, this crazy fan art, this fan tattoo came through my feed, and it's
Dude,
literally your face on someone's entire thigh.
yeah,
So, what was your reaction? Because even when I saw it, like your face is literally this big on their thigh. Like,
I
what ran through
know.
your mind?
Um, I mean, I don't want to fuck them up about their own tattoo, but it was just I saw it it got emailed to us by our Asian press agent, and
Okay.
I was just like, how has anyone actually gone into the tattoo parlor and been like, this is what I want? And how has the tattoo artist not been like, are you sure? Do you want to reconsider? I'm just blown away. It still has shaken me to my core. And the
Oh,
fact that they have my Instagram handle on there as well, I'm just like, come on.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's literally in like bold letters underneath your face.
yeah, but you can't help but just be flattered by it
Of
because I
course.
mean, I would
It's
never get my own face tattooed on me ever, but
same.
yeah, I mean, I hope most people are like that. Um, but yeah, I just saw it and I was like, oh my God. And also of all photos, that one where I'm literally making a pun about the word bondage, it's probably not your best pick.
You're
But
right.
anyway, live your life and do what you want to do. No shame, but yeah, it was just completely insane to see that in real life.
It's the thought that counts, right?
It's a thought that
Beautiful
counts.
sentiment.
Yeah, yep.
Well, it's such a super exciting time to be in the band because you're very, very soon set to release a brand new record called Pink Elephant. So
Mhm.
I have heard, and you've mentioned many times, how this album simply doesn't give a single fuck. So did you go into creating this pretty much playing how you wanted to play and saying exactly what you wanted to say?
Pretty much, yeah. We kind of knew that we wanted this album to showcase a different side to us, and obviously we're always going to be true to who we are and as a band and what we enjoy playing and the music we like to write. But it was just one of those things where we don't ever want to be stuck in a box, and we don't want people to expect anything from us except for the fact that we like to write good songs. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of just show people a different side of us and prove that we're not just one trick ponies. We don't just stick to one thing. We can do whatever you want, and hopefully that's a lesson to everyone in life. You can literally just do what you want. The world is just a playground. like just do what you want.
No, I couldn't agree more. And I feel like that kind of vulnerability of really not giving a damn about what people think, that can be the best and most gratifying feeling ever. So have you always been that way, kind of like really forward and blunt about how you're feeling about something, or did that kind of come a bit later on?
To an extent, like to certain people, yeah, I will be blunt. But like to the average person, like I'm not just gonna go and like give my full on opinion to someone who
Of
probably
course.
doesn't want to hear it or give a shit. But like, yeah, in terms of like what we do as a band, I think it is important for us to not give a fuck. Like we were told by a couple of people while we were making this album, like, oh, are you sure you want to do XYZ? Like, here's a warning sign, blah blah blah. And we're just like, middle fingers up. No, like we're gonna do this. Like, I don't know, you just you have to do that because, and at the end of the day, like those people are only saying that because they care or they have like a personal investment in what you're doing. But at the end of the day, like if you're not doing something that if you're doing something that you're not happy with, you're the only one that's going to end up unhappy. And it just makes no sense because you're the one doing it. You're the one putting the effort in. So may as well do something that you like.
No,
and want to do.
I couldn't agree more, honestly. It's like when I started doing my interviews, everyone told me I had to dress a certain way, look a certain way, say certain things. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, that's what makes us different. That's why people, we appeal to certain people because we aren't just cookie cutter,
100%. And like the things that they're telling you shouldn't do are now going to be the things that set you apart. That like, it's
ridiculous.
It's so stupid. Yeah, I know. It's so dumb.
No, it's always kind of been like a walk to the beat of my own drum. And like, if you've really doubted me, then I have even more incentive to just prove your ass wrong. Like,
honestly,
I
that's
love
the
that
best
feeling.
Yeah. It's like, I doubt myself enough, but like if someone else is coming in and like doubting, I'll just be like, well, let me prove you something.
Well, I know that I am missing live shows so incredibly much, and just the traveling and covering shows. So I can only imagine being in a band. Like, you must just be dying to get back out there. You even tweeted the other day how you can't wait to play shows and brush your teeth over bins again. So there really is so much of that stuff, though, eh? Like, fans don't really realize like the grueling behind the scenes a little bit. Sometimes you have to make do to make things work.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, yeah, I think I speak for every band that tours and enjoys it, that like we cannot wait to actually go and play shows again. And this year has been so scary in so many different ways, not even in like a career way, just in a world way. And I think we've kind of like done the best we could with the bad situation and tried to adapt or die. So yeah, I mean, I'm so happy that people are even like still paying attention. So, I mean, that's more than I can ask for. And I can't wait to brush my teeth over bins again and, pee in weird places.
I was about to ask, I mean, like, what's one of the weirdest or kind of grodiest things you've had to do because of those situations? Like, not just sanitary wise, like just in general being on the road, because I've toured for like wrestling tours and stuff, and there are moments where you're like, oh, all right, this is gonna be fun.
Wrestling tours, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, there's just countless times, like just peeing in bushes or just anywhere you can is a big one. I put my tampon in places that like just probably should never have taken my pants off in. And yeah, there's just so many like little things that I don't like notice at the time, but like it can be definitely grueling, but hopefully one day we won't have to deal with any of that. Right. Live a comfortable life.
Fingers crossed. Well, just speaking to live shows and touring and kind of getting back out there, if you could see one band perform right now, which would that be? Like, which would just bring you so much joy to watch live at the moment?
Put me on the spot. I think I'm really into to Phoebe Bridgers right now. I'm probably late on that train, but I'm always late on shit, so I don't give a fuck. But yeah, she's really cool. I'd like to see her.
Yeah, I remember, I think I had her on maybe like 4 years ago, and she was just so
Did you?
effortlessly cool, and like the
Yeah.
music is amazing. I think you didn't you cover something of hers fairly recently as well?
Literally yesterday, I just
Yeah,
threw
yeah.
something up.
I remember watching it because I was like, this is beautiful. And then you just went, fuck, at the end.
Had to be done.
Had to be
Had to be
done.
said. I was so pissed though, because every single like social media thing like kept cutting it off at the wrong point where I originally added up, and I was just, it's such
Oh.
a white person thing to get annoyed at, but I was super annoyed at it.
Well, something that cracked me up, but I also really liked, was how for the press release of this record, it said Stan Atlantic are weird and they're fucking proud of it. So what would you say is kind of one of the weirder or like quirkiest things about yourself? Because I feel like you guys are one of those bands that really say what's on your mind. You don't care how people are gonna perceive things. Like, you're just unapologetically yourself, which I think is why people dig you so much outside of the music, you know?
Thank you. I mean, there is one thing I'll say is that like I definitely do, like, as I think everyone does on some level, like struggle with the whole like what everyone thinks of you or whatever. But
Yeah.
in the moment, that always happens after the fact. Like in the moment, I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just doing like what I do. But I think in terms of like what makes us silly, I don't know. We're just dumb people that get together, and it's been a running joke that like we share one brain cell. Like I don't know what happens, but like I feel like we're individually, like we can be quite intelligent on our own, but as soon as we get together, we're just like it just doesn't happen. Yeah. But I liked it. The way I like kind of put it now is like, I feel like we are the stupidest versions of ourselves to prove that anything is possible. Anyone can do anything. Like, look at us. Just purposely, just absolutely stupid.
One thing I've noticed too with myself even is like the weirder you are and the more you kind of learn to accept it, when people throw shit at you, whether it's negative comments or trying to pull you down, you're like, I already knew that about myself. Like, come on, you're not
Yeah.
getting through to me. So
Yeah.
I totally know what you mean when it comes to coping with some of the crap that can be thrown your way. Like, sometimes it does hurt, and other days you just could care less. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think when I like first started, I was like, I'd put covers on YouTube and I was like 15 or something. And like sometimes you get some like rat shit comments on those on YouTube, even, and I'm just like this poor little white girl singing on guitar, and like people like having a go at you. And I think early on I kind of learned not to, or try not to like absorb that, because it's just so like, what are you doing with your life, bro? If you're going off at a 15-year-old girl on the internet, like, just stop it.
I love hearing
Pick a
that.
thing.
I was 16 when I started interviewing, and the amount of people, and you look at their profile picture, and like, weirdly enough, a lot of them were older, and it's like, why are you tearing down a girl who's literally just out there trying to do something productive? You know what I mean? Like, never
Insecurities.
understood it.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the kind of mindset you have when you're like 8 or something and you find the internet for the first time. It's not like something a grown human being should be doing.
Yeah, no, it's a bizarre thing. We'll probably never fully be able to comprehend it, because at least we're past it at this point, you know?
Yes, thank God.
Well, I am sure with this record release, you're going to be getting a lot of amazing attention and amazing comments. So I really do want to just say thank you so much, Bonnie, for taking the time, for hopping on here. I'm really psyched that we're able to hang out for a little bit and do this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course, everyone, this has been Bonnie from Stan Atlantic. Be sure to check out Pink Elephant when it drops this August, and check out aliciaatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.